What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ENLV for Enlivex Therapeutics. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame here, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute time frame. That being said, let's go ahead and map out obvious areas of support and resistance. Scrunching this chart up, what I notice is just, it's acted pumpy and dumpy in the past before, and I don't know what stage of a potential pump and or dump we're coming into, but knowing that it's done this in the past always has me on high alert if I'm even thinking about trading these things. So keep that in the back of your mind as we go through with this analysis. But zooming back in just a slightly so we can map out those areas, certainly this shelf of resistance at 10, the nice psychological number, is jumping off the page at me, and then underneath the low end of that range here, around 908. What is more relevant in terms of resistances, certainly here at 1213 we have, and then looking left, we have this high in here, and then we'll go one more since I believe, not really, that actually is the number there, 1452. So flipping the attention over to the 30-minute time frame chart, how do we do in terms of our levels? This 1213 kind of went right through an area I would call as important, so let's adjust that. Of course, there is more volume trading here on today's session than what we had in more recent history. So I think we can place more import into these levels. So 1231 is that number. And of course, we're also seeing an area of support here from the earlier portion of the day, then acting as resistance into the end at 1158. What I would like to point out about this is, it was a strong open, then it was a weak open, then it closed relatively weak. And the reason I say that is because if we break out our Fibonacci's, go from the high to the low of the first move, what you'll notice, if I could get that to click, there we go, is that we actually took out the 38.2, right? And what do we look for in terms of making our way back to the 100%? It's really the 61.8. So we made our way up to it, but we just couldn't make anything happen at it. So at first, it was relatively strong. I thought it was making its way there, and then it unfolded as being weak, right? So making a new low, let's go ahead and extend our Fibonacci's, this time going from the high all the way to the low, just to see how we fared here into the end of the day, and we never even made it back towards that 38.2. So a relatively weak close, in my opinion. It does still have some room to fill the gap towards 1098, call it 11 the whole dollar, so about a 20-cent move there. But are you really going to short this thing for 20 cents? Let's check out our trade tab. Hard to borrow here on Thinkorswim, and the put side volume is absolutely laughable, so no, you're not going to short this for the potential gap fill. The only long trade I would consider here is if we can consolidate in this range, if we can break back up into it and get price acceptance around this 12 mark, fine. You're getting price acceptance, you're building out structure. The long would be over this 1231 to target the high of today. That would be the first area here, 1317. Let's grab that other tool and just map it out from the daily perspective. And then as we know and discussed, there is overhead 1452, a prior pivot high from up in here. So those are my thoughts. Only really thinking about this potentially long over that 1231 and or consolidation up around 12. But after that, really nothing to pay too much attention to. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.